Hello out there. This is Kameron Davis, and I'm back with another IMPWR Academy video. Today's video is going to be a little different. It is going to be kind of my personal story when it comes to being a full-time freelance designer. Yes, I said it. I am now a full-time freelance designer. Um, a little bit about me is I basically started college in like 2009, went out to be a aerospace engineer. Spent probably 4 years just trying to do that. And then when I was getting closer to graduation, I realized that there were no jobs in the field. There was no way I was going to be able to come out and know that I had a job on the other end of it. So probably I think it was like 2013, I added mechanical engineering to that, and I graduated with mechanical and aerospace engineering degrees. Um, I then went and applied to jobs and everything, and was able to secure a job basically before I even graduated. And in 2015, I started that job. Um, I was now a full-fledged engineer, and life was then supposed to be great. Everything was supposed to be golden, supposed to be roses. I went to that job. That job took me to Indiana. So I went to that job, started working that job, found out that things weren't as rosy and golden as it was gonna be. I had applied for one job and showed up, and they were like, "This job is not what you guys applied for. So get ready to do all this stuff that we're telling you to do right now." So that was kind of my first taste of realizing that maybe things weren't as golden and rosy as I thought they were going to be, or we were told they were going to be. Um, I spent maybe another year, 2 years. Things just got more different and um, not exactly what we weren't using many of the skills we were taught to be using in college. Most skills we were using were per se soft skills, kind of talking to people. I was a manufacturing engineer, so basically I was writing work instructions, getting people ready to build things, um, and then kind of working with the operators, the inspectors, getting everything that they needed together to do their jobs, which was mostly just writing things, talking to people. Not much engineering work, but a little bit of engineering work. So I kind of go with that for another, probably year or two. And then I start realizing that this is definitely not what I signed up for. These people are difficult. These operators and inspectors get to do pretty much whatever they want and tell us what we are going to do. And that's us being the people who have the knowledge and the people who went to school for this kind of thing. I also started to notice that I was different from kind of even some of my engineering coworkers. I was kind of gung ho, hey, let's fix this, hey, let's get it going. But they were more, I'll sit back, I'll kind of do things at my own pace. When I'm asked to do things, I'll do them, but I won't volunteer for anything. And basically, we were all, for those year or two, held to the same standard. But whenever a problem happened, I would be held to getting it done, and they would be kind of left to do whatever they wanted. Again, that was kind of strike number two. That was making me realize, man, this world isn't necessarily as cut and dry as I thought it was going to be. So I kind of get done with that job. I move on to another job, move across the country down to Arizona, and I start a job down here where I'm at currently. And I just start realize this was more of an office job, so we were kind of doing more, still work instruction type stuff, but kind of more drawings and things. And I get kind of told that I'm going to be doing a certain project and told I kind of don't have a choice. I get put on that project and then start doing things that have nothing to do with engineering. Nothing at all. At all to do with college. Nothing at all to do with this investment that I made. But I guess this is my job now. So in doing this, I set out to kind of test something. So I had known that guy in the job before. A guy who again didn't volunteer to do anything. Kind of whenever he's told to do something, he would do it. And I was like, let me see if this works for me. So I took a year and sat back, didn't really volunteer, and kind of just waited to see if anything would happen to me. I kind of, because of my nature, I felt like they were going to fire me at any day. Like anytime I could be let go because I'm not going above and beyond. But the funny story is they applauded me. They praised me. And that is the third strike. And when I realized that, oh, so this is a game. This wasn't necessarily about getting a degree. This was all about the little ins and outs, politics that go into working for a corporation. Um, and I guess lucky, not so lucky, I got let go in July of this past year from that job. And it basically has opened my eyes completely. And that's where I am kind of right now in the world. That whole experience of what the past 5 years has been very eye opening. One big thing for me that it showed is maybe education isn't as tied to our financial or career well being as we think. Especially for me, the college system. Um, Maybe it is kind of for us to start off a certain way in life where we're already indebted to somebody, and then they can kind of um, keep control of us or keep us funneled into these corporations or other things like that. So I, for me, I'm going to not try. I'm going to do a different route, and I had at the same time, without me knowing it, had started building up my graphic design business. I had graduated from college and then stopped doing graphic design completely, and that was 2015. And then by 2018, I was just empty. I was like, I don't really have anything I feel that I value. So I started doing. My wife told me, she was like, "You're really good at that. Why don't you start doing that again?" So I started Power Design back in 2018, and from there just kind of took off. Fell in love again. I was doing illustration at the beginning, started doing a little logo design, and just in love. Waking up at 4:30 every morning just to do something I love before I went to work, and then coming home and doing the same thing. And then I was like, well, I'll be able to do graphic design in this job at the same time. And then you just start to realize you're at work for 8 hours a day. 8 hours is a long time, and especially a long time to sit there and do nothing. Um, Not saying that I did nothing every day, but most days it was an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work when you have to be there for 8 to 9 hours. So that was just kind of weighing on me. So again, it's kind of this. I feel this freedom from being able to kind of lean into something that I had started creating before I even knew that I was going to need it. So I don't know if that's divine intervention. I don't know if that's God. I don't know what it is, but it feels like something I need to do. And I don't know how many people out there have that same feeling, but don't have the guts to kind of stick through and do it. If I had to speak to that person, I would say it's time. It's time to do whatever you feel like doing. Because there's a lot of systems out here, and those systems don't necessarily work for us, but we're forced to be in those systems. So I would, if I were you, check with yourself and make sure that you're happy being in those systems. Because one day you'll look back and be 60 and be like, what did I do with my life? And it'll be over. So it's time. It's gut check time. And this is 2020 has been the best year to kind of sit back. It slowed everything down and to take a look at what you want your life to be. Because your life can be different, but you have to take that chance. and bet on yourself and let your life be different. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I'm very happy that I am becoming uh, a business owner. Like, I am owning something, and even though it's going to be hard, it is going to be very hard. It's not going to be easy. The whole money thing, from being an engineer to not having paychecks come in, is going to be hard. But I'm okay with that. That's just how life's going to be. And to sit here in the most uncomfortable spots is the only way that you grow in life. And sometimes um, you have to force that growing on yourself, because being comfortable is so easy and everybody does it. So again, look at the systems that are in your life, and if those systems aren't serving you, maybe it's time to check them. Maybe it's time to do something different. Um, I am happy to say that I am moving into being a full-time branding strategist along with a logo and identity designer. That is who I am. Full-time. Kameron Davis, and a branding strategist, logo and identity designer. That's me. And I'm happy with that. And I'm happy that my life is changed for the positive. I get to see my kid every day, I get to see my wife every day, and I work from our back office. Uh, I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I think at some point you have to put it out there, and the world, I feel like you put it out there, and most of the time, doing something that's hard and challenging, you're always rewarded for it. The risk will always outweigh the reward will always outweigh the risk every time. So if you have any questions or comments or anything for me, just shoot them to me. Let me know. I'm really looking to talk to people just like you, who are just like me and wanted to do things different. So if you shoot me a DM, let's have some meetings. Let's have some Zoom meetings. Let's sit down and talk to each other and see where we're at. Because I really want to meet some more people that are like me. Because I know they're out there. I know you're struggling, but things can be different. And again, I am Kameron Davis. I want to thank you all for watching. This video is very, very personal, but I feel like this story needs to be told. And I don't think I'm the only one out there. And I think more of my people who have my story will start showing up. So I'm putting that energy out in the universe. So it'll probably come back. And I appreciate you all. And again, thank you. Signing off, Kameron Davis.